Hi, welcome. My name's Melissa Ruckman, and this is me pursuing my writer life. 2022, the year I give up TV to become a unicorn. Boop, 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 boop. If you're like me and you get fed up with your life sometimes, there's a couple times a year where you decide that you're just going to change everything. So you make your little goal boards. You have these big dreams and these big goals, and you start tracking them, and you have little habits that you want to incorporate. And then when things don't work out the way you want them to, or they don't work as fast as you want them to, you just kind of give up and stop. Only to a couple months later, start the whole process again. And it just goes over and over and over. And so last year, I decided that I was going to make 2022 my year. This was going to be the year that I was going to be consistent, and I was going to commit to my goals. So the beginning of December, I decided that I would take the entire year and focus on nothing but my goals and commit to those goals and be persistent and consistent. And you have all these goals and these dreams that you want for yourself, the way you want life to be. And you have all these habits that you want to incorporate, all these good things that you want to start, and all the bad habits you want to get rid of. And a couple times a year, you'll go through the cycle, or you get fed up. And so you'll get out your poster boards and you'll make all these goals and all these tracking systems, only to stop and just to start the whole cycle again. And then when you're not working on these goals, they all yell at you like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? All these little voices in your head. Voices in your head saying, you should be writing, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should blah, 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 blah. So when you're not doing it, all you do is get all these little voices, just goes on and on and on. And every time that you start these new goals, it's always the same goals. It is for me. Every time I decide that I'm fed up with life and whatever's going on, and I'm not getting what I want, and I'm not doing what I want, it's always the same goals. I try and try and try again. So at the end of last year, about the beginning of December, I decided I was going to make 2022 my year. This was going to be the year that I was going to set goals, and I was going to commit to them, and I was going to be consistent. So I decided in order to reach my goals that I needed to give up TV for the entire year. I spend way too much time watching TV instead of doing the things I really want to do. So I'm giving it up for the entire year. I'm still going to watch my YouTube videos and do all my how-tos and my guided meditations and things like that. But I'm not going to watch movies and TV shows, entertainment type stuff. So I do have a 3-strike system. The first strike is I'll put the cord away for 30 days. Second strike is I'll put the TV away for 30 days. And then the third strike is I'll just sell my TV. I do have 2 TVs. I have one I use as a monitor, so they each have their own 3-strike system. I think by giving up TV, it will force me to take that time I was using to actually do the things I want to do. I've been reading this book by Mike Bayer. I started it again for like the 3rd or 4th time. Be you, but be you only better. It suggests in here that you take all it's kind of like you have alternate personalities. You have that person inside who wants to do all these things, but don't do them because the person that's on the outside is all like, I don't know about that. I don't think so. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow, maybe never. So one of my suggestions in the book is that you create like the second persona of yourself, of all these things that you want to do, and you have like a little vision board as if you were this person, you would do all these things that you want to do, all these things that you actually put off, and then you should give that other person a name. And to me, that just didn't work for me. Like, I get where he's going and I like the idea, but I don't want to name it. Because it's like I would want to name it Melissa because that's who I want to be, and I want that to be me. So I would want to name it Melissa. So I needed another name. And it's not like I want to go by another name. Let's just call me Mildred. I'm Mildred now. No, that doesn't work. So I figured I would be, my inner self is a unicorn. Because when I become that inner self, I feel like I'll be more rare. Life will be more magical and mystical. And to be a unicorn person is kind of like that person that sets goals, goes for them and achieves them, things like, and goes after them goals are like the 1 or 2%. I want to be a 2%er, 1%er. I want to be that. So that is rare. And I think that that's what a unicorn is. So that's what my inner person is a unicorn. Because when that person comes out, it'll be rare, mystical, and magical. Life will be magical and mystical. I'm going to give up TV for the year so I can become a unicorn. So this year, what I'm going to do for the entire year is more of a training. So I'm training my inner unicorn. I'm going to set some goals. I'm going to go slow. I'm not going to do too many at a time, because as anybody else has set goals, you're all like, oh, I can do a dozen things, and it doesn't work that way. So I have 3 goals I'm kind of working on and being consistent with those goals. I have many more, but this is my nut of goals that I want to work on the most. So my first goal is weight loss. I want to get down to the recommended weight of my age and my size, what is recommended for me by health people. I also want to get down to a certain body fat percentage, which is more important to me than the body weight, because I know when I have more muscle, it's going to weigh more than fat. So technically, you know, I might want to say I want to get down to 130, but I'm 135, but I've hit my body fat percentage. So I'm where I'm at, where I want to be. So my second goal is to finish my novel. I want to be able to have it done, have it edited, and have it submitted with a query letter to an agent in time that they would be able to hopefully look at it and maybe send me back a letter, even if they don't want it or like it. If I get one letter at the end of by the end of the year, I would think that that would be super awesome. And then my third goal is just to get my author platform started and off the ground, and all the little parts I want to add to it. So by the end of the year, I want to have a good run with my author platform and have all the aspects I want to have of it. I'm starting right here. Next, I'll work on a website, and then I'll start adding in like Instagram and Twitter and whatever else I might run into. At the end of the year, my hope would be that I have instilled some good habits, that I will have learned things about myself in a way that I can continue a journey that will always be goal setting and goal achieving, just one after the other. Basically, I would be the type of person that is not just going to sit on the TV and watch the couch all day, you know. So that's not fun. So I want to be the type of person that will be all like, you know, shut the TV off and go do the things I really want to do. I have a lot of things I want to experience in the world, and sitting around watching TV all the time is not it. There is a time and a place for TV to be enjoyed in increments, just like food. You can't sit around and eat a sundae every day, and you can't sit around on a couch every day and not do anything and bitch and complain that your life isn't the way you want it to be when you're not doing anything. So I'm doing something about it now, y'all. Let's do it. All right, so I started some of my goals at the beginning of January. And I have been using January as more of a gathering information. What kind of stuff am I going to do? What do I want to concentrate on? I've started a daily planner I've been working on, and just been planning things out and getting a start on my 3 main goals, like my keto. Like, I've been doing the keto diet since the beginning, so I had to learn new foods and find out what had carbs and what don't and things like that. So I've been using January as just a way of getting started and on track. I haven't done a lot of major goals at the moment. I'll kind of go over what I've been doing in January, what all I've done in January in a next video. This is the beginning of my author platform. I'm going to start here. I'm not published. I'm not going to be published for a minute. So my plan for this channel right now is to share my journey for the year of no TV, what I do instead of watching TV, how far along I come in my novel, what I'm doing, what's going on with all that kind of stuff. Any of my goals that I decide I want to go for, any of my habits I'm trying to change, I'm going to let you know how things are going on a regular basis, on just what I'm working on, what I'm doing, how it's going, what I need to change, what I've incorporated, what I found easy, what I found hard. I'm going to share all that with you right here on this channel, and how I can be a unicorn. I like my ears. My ears are cute, aren't they? Cute little ears. I got a tail too. Ooh, I can't see that though. So thank you for watching my video. If you liked it and you think you're going to follow along, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the bell if you don't want to miss my next video. I'm going to talk a little bit about all the things I did in January. Are you working on some of these same kind of things? Are you making a big life change in January? Have you changed something? Do you have goals that you're trying to achieve? You have any questions? Do you have any comments? Just leave them down below. You can follow along and see how I do. See if I crash and burn, or how I go about getting my novel published. I'll share the entire process and journey with you. What are your goals that you're working on? What are some of the habits that you're trying to incorporate? Share those down below. Let me know how things are going with you. How is your 2022 going so far? And what are you going to do to make this your best year ever?